Happy Women's Month, everybody. Today we are making this incredible mother and child frame with added glitter. You know me. So enjoy the video. My Fridays are normally reserved for collections, so today I am recording with my door open, and unfortunately I can't show my face because I'm thinking if a client comes in and they want to collect something, I need to signal to them that I'm in the process of recording, so I didn't want that disturbance to happen whilst you watched me do it. So instead I chose to record without showing me, but at least record the screen so that you do not see what is happening in the background. What you see here is a template of a mother and child that I purchased off Etsy. I did not create this, I did not design this, I bought it, and the reason why I bought it is because I was really amazed by the artwork behind it, and I decided I wanted to make something out of it. So I bought myself a frame, an A3 size frame, and when you're looking at it, try to picture this in an A3 size frame. I also decided that I'm going to cut the mother and child and the outline that you see here out of wood, because the frame that I bought has gotten wooden effect on the borders. But I didn't want it to just be the image as you see it. I wanted to add my extra touch to it, you know me and glitter. So I decided that maybe I could put in some glitter acrylic in these spaces. This is a cover that she's covering the child in. African mother is probably a shawl, we call it, and then it's coming down here, and this is part of her dress. So I wanted to color in her dress with glitter acrylic, and obviously color in the towel that the child is wrapped around, also in glitter acrylic, but maybe a different color. And then the rest of the mother we will leave as is, but we'll cut her out of MDF. Right, but again, instead of just making this a simple frame of a mum and child, I decided maybe I would write in a word in my language, which is Shona, and I would write in Amai. So let's just do that quickly, and then I resize that because I need Amai to come down here, and then I can fill this in. So let's just type in Amai, and let's make that a thick font, and let's spread it out a little bit. Okay, and let's look for a font. Engraver ink. Engraver's MT, not engraver ink. I don't know where I got that from. So that will be nice and big, and we bring it down here, and then maybe let's just resize our frame slightly to fit just above, and this to fit just below. Bring this down a bit and then crop it in a little bit, something like that. This is the image that I would like on my frame. So let's fill these in, smart fill. We start off with the towel that the child is wrapped in. Okay, so I'm just going to fill these in, and then I'll move them out of the way because I need to cut these as individual pieces. Okay, so this is the towel, and it also goes behind the mother. Now this towel I am not going to cut as just one color. I'm probably going to mix my glitter acrylics. I'm not sure yet. I'm still in the process of thinking how I want it to look like. And also with the mother, I will decide if I want her to be wearing one color dress or I want to mix the colors as well. But we need to fill her in as well. So let's do that just quickly. phone going. I apologize. Let me just put it on silent. Let me pause a bit and then I'll be back shortly. One moment. I apologize for that. Unfortunately, I couldn't hear them, so they might try to call again. So bear with me, all right? So this is the mother's dress and we filled her in. So what I need to do now is move the smart filled areas out of the way so that I know I'm cutting them as individual pieces. And to do that, I need to change my sizing from 1 millimeter away from where I want to move the shape from to maybe about 50 millimeters away. Let's see how it will go. So I highlight it, I move it out of the way. So 50 millimeters is a little bit too close. So maybe let's put it at 150 millimeters, highlight it, move it out of the way. Okay, that would work. So let's just highlight these and move them out of the way. So I know this is part of the towel that the child will be wrapped in, and then I will decide on the colors of the acrylics that I want to use it on or cut it on. My apologies. Okay, and then just highlight those and move them out of the way again. Okay, so this here is the towel that I've moved out of the way. I'll cut that separately, and then let's move the dress out of the way as well. So let me just make this 200 millimeters out of the way so that it can go as far off as possible. Okay, that's done. So I've got the dress and then I've got the towel. And then now this border, I'm thinking is a little bit too thick. I want to make it a little bit thinner because I'm going to have another border outside of the frame. So let's just highlight that, and then let's put our line fill and let's break our curve apart. So now that is broken apart, let's just bring this in a little bit like that. Great. So I am happy with that. And then with my word, let's just contour that. Maybe make it a little bit thicker, because you can see this line will be very difficult to cut on laser. So let's thicken that up a little bit, 0.5 millimeters. I like the way that looks. So we are good to go. I'm done. So let's go to laser. I started by kiss cutting the glass of the frame that I bought, and the reason why I use the kiss cutting technique is because it makes it easier when gluing the pieces together. After the kiss cutting is done, I then go ahead and load my MDF into the machine for cutting. You'll notice that MDF is quite smoky when being cut. This is why I try to avoid as much as I can to cut wood. But I did close off the shield of my laser machine just so that the smoke doesn't get into my office. But it got so smoky that you couldn't even see inside, and I thought there's no point of me keeping on recording. So since I'm going to run the laser a few passes over the cut, because the MDF was slightly bent, I then decided that I would record when it's done and I'm running the last pass. I then carefully lifted it off the cutting bed, making sure that it has cut through nicely. After that, I loaded my glitter acrylics. I think you already know the process. We take glitter foam, we stick it over clear acrylic, and then we cut that. But I used leftover pieces. You never throw away any pieces of acrylic because they come in handy every time you're making samples, or any pieces of any material that you use when you're laser cutting. Keep them nice and safe somewhere to be used at a later time. So I decided I would cut on pink glitter, green glitter, and black glitter acrylic. Now let's get to work. After going outside and lightly sanding my project, I then came back in, I dismantled my A3 frame, and then now I want to separate the pieces so that I can start sticking them together. Since the board was slightly warped in the middle or bent in the middle, there are some areas that didn't cut through as well as I would have liked them to. But if you turn your project front to back and try to remove from the other side, it will loosen up because there'll be some threads that will be hanging on for dear life. But eventually it will definitely loosen up, just as long as you don't try to force it. Because if you do force it, you could actually break the piece and then you'll have to start over again. I'm sure you remember my experience with Acryfix glue, right? Well, I did decide that I would try using it again this time because I am sticking my project onto a larger surface compared to the previous table numbers, and I am going to put some heavy weight on top of it and leave it to dry as long as I can. I didn't have enough glue genius, to be honest, and I bought this Acryfix and I need to use it, don't I? So let me leave you to enjoy the process, and after I'm done putting the project together, I'm going to take it outside, lightly sand it again just to remove the burnt edges, and then we assemble it and we're good to go. By the way, I know I could have used some low-tech masking tape just to mask my MDF so that I don't have to go back and forth with the sanding of the MDF, but this is a sample, so I didn't really want to waste as much of my resources. And besides, once in a while, sanding whilst you're thinking of your next project is quite enjoyable, so I don't mind. So let me leave you to enjoy it. I will see you in a bit. And there you have it, guys. A beautiful 3D mother and baby model with some added glitter effects. Please don't forget to like, to subscribe, and to hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I post a new video. Also, if you want me to tailor make something special for you, please click on the link below to book your appointment or send a DM to our WhatsApp. I am always happy to help. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.